New York's actually been dipping its toes into communism for a while. Nearly half the city's on Medicaid. 20% of the city on food stamps. 1 out of every 3 renters lives in a rent-stabilized apartment, like the rent hasn't gone up in 30 years.
So as usual, Jesse Waters has no idea what he's talking about in terms of rent-stabilized apartments in New York City. The rents on rent-stabilized apartments in New York City go up every year or every 2 years, depending on the lease that a tenant has signed with a landlord. And the rate of that increase is determined by a rental board. And they get together and they decide what that percentage will be every year. And it's based off of like the cost of maintaining a building, heating oil, taxes, all kinds of things. And then they determine the rate, and then all of the rent stabilized apartments in the entire city go up at that same rate. There are 1 million units in New York City that are rent stabilized. What he's probably conflating this with on purpose, or maybe accidentally, is rent control, which is a largely dead program that was phased out in 1971. In comparison, there's only 16,400 rent control units left, and we lose more and more of them every single year as people pass away. So I also want to point out that in almost every case, there are some exceptions in New York City, rent stabilized apartments are not government subsidized in any way. The tenant does not get any sort of compensation from the city, the state, or the feds for their housing, and the landlord also doesn't get any compensation for this situation. And in most cases, there are some exceptions. These properties are owned by private property owners. So this is not a government housing program. This is not communism.